You've got to be a happy girl.
Well, I just lost a big pot to Erica Schoenberg, so they just moved me to another table, and it always takes a little adjusting. But I'm really happy with the way this morning turned out. I've doubled up since I came in, and I got some good cards and hit some good hands.
I mean, you more than doubled up. You started off with 35,000.
Yeah, I have about 90,000 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. We have to talk about this hand that I saw earlier today.
Right.
You flopped quad 9.
I know, that's like the poker player's dream. Usually I'm just scraping by, trying to bluff, like, oh, I hope a pair of 7s is good. And so that was like reverse psychology. You see the quad 9s, and the guy obviously likes his hand. And so I was a little ashamed of myself when he bet, and because I'd kind of been running over the table, so I think he thought I have her, when he bet, I kind of was like, I have an ace king, maybe I can hit a king or an ace. I did that. I even put my hand up.
You used your acting skills.
I did. I took Joe Navarro's workshops. I tried to remember all the things that people do when they're bluffing, like swallow hard and be nervous. So I just flat called him on the turn and on the flop.
When you put your chips out, you kind of like stumbled a little bit.
I stumbled a little. I was just a little.
Maybe that was
a little frightened thing. Yeah, and then I was really ashamed of myself. And then, so then on the turn it came a blank, supposedly for him, and he went all in, and I insta-called because I always feel like if you have the absolute nuts, it's good to put the person out of their misery, But when I flat call with the 9s before, usually I re-raise with a nominal pair like that. But then I thought, just call and see if you can hit a set. So I was like, please 9, please 9, and then 2 9s. I was like, wow, this is my day.
Right before you collected your chips, you're like this.
Oh, really? Yeah. It was pretty awful.
I think you were pretty excited.
But I think the really big hand where I got a huge amount of chips is when I called a guy down on the river like for his entire stack, and I only had a pair of 10s.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
but he was bluffing.
He was just bluffing because I was winning a lot of pots without a showdown, and I think people just thought that I was running over the table.
So
that is the thing, yeah. But that was kind of a donkey. If he had anything at all to pair anything, sometimes the donkey calls pay off. So my donkey calls have been paying off today.
Well, hopefully they'll start paying off at your new table.
Oh yeah, but here's a dumb thing I did. A guy was there was a queen and an ace on board, and a guy was betting. He bet the flop. They bet really big on the turn. I called him on the turn.
What did you have?
I was on a flush draw,
okay.
So I had a jack 6 of hearts. And the river, I checked, and he checked, and he was just sitting there. And I thought he was embarrassed because I thought he had bottom pair. I thought I had a pair of queens or aces. I was like, I don't know what you have, but it's better than me. And I mucked my cards. He had 7 high. I would have raked in a $30,000 pot if I showed. I didn't want the table to know I was just on a flush draw.
So you thought he was embarrassed when
I thought he was embarrassed because he probably had a pair. I thought he had a pair of 3s or something like that, but he had nothing. He had 7 high. And Robert Falcone says, I want to see his cards. I want to see his cards. And it's like, I got the pot. I don't have to show my cards. And the whole table pulled someone over because I guess everyone at the table knew he was bluffing except me. But who would think a jack I could take down? With a flop like that, there was like a straight on board. There was all kinds of things on board. So, I'm learning every day.
Now, have you played with Erica Schoenberg before?
Yes, I've played with her. The table I'm at is huge stack table, and it's 2 girls I haven't played with before, and Erica, which I've just played with for a very short time before I went out, and Scott Fishman I played with, and then some other guys that I kind of recognize by face, but not by name. Yesterday when I was telling you the names of everyone at the table, I'm so embarrassed. It was all the wrong names, so I'm not even going to venture to guess who the other people are, but I'm sure they're all better than me.
So, no, I'm
just going to try to squeeze my way into the money. That's my new technique. Sometimes when I get a big stack, I get like all testosterone and throwing around money like a big shopaholic, and all of a sudden I'm down to nothing. So I'm just going to try and nurse my big stack now, because this is where I usually fall apart.
Yeah,
when I think I'm winning, that's where I usually go out.
Well, that's what happens to everyone.
Yeah,
you just get too relaxed. Okay, so top 27 get paid. Do you think about that?
The only reason I do is because you want the validation. It's like like when you're in Car Player or something and they say lifetime career winnings. I mean, that extra $8,000 makes all the difference on making you look like a legitimate pro, and that's what it is. It's like, who cares? You buy in for $10,000 and you win an extra $3,000. It's no big deal in the long run. In the long run, you want to win. But if I'm 3 away from the money, like the last in the Borgata, busted out twice, one before the money. And so if you're a couple away from
What does it feel like to bubble? I mean, that's just...
you feel like an idiot, because the thing is it's really the antithesis of a poker player to just stop playing. To just say, okay, I'm just going to stop playing for 10 minutes and let someone else go out. That's like really, really hard to do, because it's in your nature to play. And so the both times I bubbled, I was walking to my room like, I'm the biggest idiot in the whole world.
It's more like I just spent all this time.
Yeah, 2 days, 3 days, and all of a sudden you don't even get your name on the list of people who made the money. Not that anyone studies them like I do, but I'm always very curious on what everyone earns. So.
Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
You're playing amazing.
Thank you. Hopefully I'll do better.